Hello, epic viewers from around the multiverse. Prepare to bask in unprecedented glory, because today I'm going to elucidate why you should never work a minimum wage job. First off, you cannot find a modicum of agency from working a minimum wage job. Second off, it provides no fringe benefits. Even slavery was a better deal. At least with slavery, you were provided with food and housing. With a minimum wage job, you're provided with less than housing and less than food. A minimum wage job can't even provide you with sustenance. It can't even finance your food. For me to eat every day just one meal per day, it would cost anywhere from $35 to $50, and that's with me eating non-organic, tainted produce that is contaminated with pesticides, insecticides, and other noxious ingredients. So a minimum wage job can't even finance an adequate food supply of just fruits and vegetables, nor can it finance housing, to say the least. It doesn't provide you with a modicum of fringe benefits, so it's just a sheer and utter waste of time. You're expending all these calories, you're expending all this energy, you're expending all this finite time, and you're getting nothing in return. Yeah, you do get a minimum wage per se, but it's truly less than your gross revenue, because there's 7 types of income tax, and you're penalized for working. As you know, in the US there's at least 7 types of income tax. You have federal income tax, state income tax, local income tax, social security tax, Medicare tax. You have the Obamacare individual mandate penalty, which you have to pay under duress if you don't have health insurance, and then of course you have inflation, which devalues and which decreases and which plummets your purchasing power in perpetuity. So it's quite a shame and quite a pity, but it is what it is. The cost of living in the US is exorbitant, and the standard of living in the US is eminently low. So it's quite a shame and quite a pity, but it is what it is. But if you have a modicum of self-respect, and if you truly value your time, then you wouldn't concede, you wouldn't succumb to working a minimum wage job. You'd find other ways to earn revenue. I mean, you could implore others to give you revenue, you could go to a food pantry, but if you're just working a job you detest and you dread for sustenance, is it really worth it to continue onward if there's no long-term prospects? Life has a ton of meaning, and when I say continue onward, I mean continue onward through that route, through that avenue, through that journey. I mean, in my opinion, you have to see if the cons outweigh the pros. Look, if I'm working a job I completely detest, I can't even provide my food, then what's the point, you know? I'm making an earnest, valiant effort to attain a high-paying job, and if I succumb to death from starvation in the process, then it is what it is. You know, food is outside the parameters of my budget. I'm a destitute, indigent peasant. But if someone said to me, you could have this minimum wage job, it provides no fringe benefits, and you can't even afford to feed yourself even 3 days a week, you know, then I would say, I'm not doing it. I'm going to try to expend the last of my calories to try to attain a higher paying job so that I could have more to life than just eating 2 days a week. Then I earmark my efforts towards something more meaningful. Well, working a minimum wage job with no benefits, with wage less than what is advertised at, is just not worth it. You're going to be taxed to death. Your money is going to be re-emitted towards the utmost unproductive people who are in glorified welfare. What else? And then not only that, you're going to have to incur the lofty expense of depreciation on your car to get to and from work. You're going to have to relinquish control of your schedule. You're going to succumb to a few hours of sleep. You're not going to be able to eat when you want. You're not going to be able to eat what you want, since you can't afford an adequate food supply. So to me, there's just no value in working a minimum wage job. It doesn't provide a modicum of relief. It doesn't resolve anything. It just may keep you afloat in the short haul, but as you're staying afloat, there's no long-term prospects. You're starving, you're fatigued, you're debilitated, you're frazzled. It doesn't provide any passive income, it doesn't provide any benefits. You're paying everything out of pocket. You're being taxed to death in the form of 7 forms of income tax, plus all the other 20 other taxes. that you may have to pay depending upon your lifestyle. So it is what it is, and it's just not a worthwhile pursuit in my opinion. I'm endeavoring to enrich my life, to augment my lifestyle, to embellish my life, and to enhance my life in every facet possible. And a minimum wage job doesn't provide a means to do that. You should negotiate, you should value your time, and you should stand against someone placing such a low value on your finite time. I have my doctorate, I have my MBA, I'm an autodidact, and I've been constantly assimilating more knowledge, and I've built over 50 brands. You know, I just can't relegate myself to a lifestyle that entails working a minimum wage job. I cannot be sequestered or entrapped in a minimum wage job. It's just a lifestyle I don't want to brook. It's a lifestyle that's unsustainable, and it's a dreary, drab, bleak, grim, depressing prospect to think about, because there's no way out. You know, you can't climb up the corporate hierarchy too high with a minimum wage job. The disparity between you and your higher ups may be $1 to $2. You may get paid a pittance more, but it won't even help you buy another bag of vegetables. It's absolutely pathetic, and working a minimum wage job is meaningless. I have tremendous admiration, and I commend anyone who works a minimum wage job. But personally, for me, I just can't dedicate doing it. I'm going to expend the last of my calories and the last of my energy, make an earnest, diligent, valiant attempt to attain a high-paying job. But I just can't vindicate working a minimum wage job, even if it could temporarily provide me with food for 2 days a week. The whole thing is just depressing and stress-inducing, to say the least. So I hope that you found this video to be insightful and enthralling. And I'm curious about your sentiments. Do you think that a minimum wage job warrants the time, or do you rather panhandle? Would you rather implore others to donate to you? Would you rather be self-employed? Would you rather work part-time at a high-paying job? Would you rather work a commission-based job that could pay commissions higher than your minimum wage? Please feel free to divulge your sentiments via the comment section beneath this video. Once again, I hope that you found this video to be informative. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.